afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Queens and Place Americenter here in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. My name is Kyle Jans, joined here by Curling Canada's NextGen manager, youth development manager, everything youth curling extraordinaire, Helen Radford, here with us for color commentary. Helen, did I say Heather?
That's okay.
That's okay.
Kyle.
I got just so excited.
It's
Helen Radford.
So nice to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here. Helen, of course, from Halifax, Nova Scotia, making the trip an hour and a half drive out here to be with us for this weekend's action here at the 2021 Home Hardware Curling Pre-Trials. We've got an excellent game here. We've got a team that everyone should be on the lookout for over the next little while. You would have seen them for the first time at the 2021 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. If you follow the women's game, perhaps even a little bit earlier, as they are the 2020 Canadian and World Junior Champions. That's Team Zacharias from Altona, Manitoba. This is their last game of the round robin. They're at 3-2, and it's simple. If they win, they're in at the playoffs here. They could be one of the last 6 teams remaining for an opportunity to get one of the final 2 spots available at the 2021 Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials that will be in Saskatoon. They're up against Team Jill Brothers of Halifax. Our hometown team, Jill Brothers, grew up in Liverpool, was born here. Her mother still lives here, lots of family connections. Their team's 1-4. They qualified for this event in a last chance bonspiel that was held in Ottawa at the direct pre-trials entry event that was held in September of this year. They picked up a big win, though, against Sherry Anderson of Martinsville, Saskatchewan. They're at the top of the pool, so lots of parity within these teams here, and it's been pretty incredible to see a lot of the young teams competing, and this really is a great event for them, Helen, to be able to get some experience on arena ice, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And, we've been here in Liverpool a few times now, and the last time we were here was a few years ago when Carly was standing on the podium. So it's exciting to be back. I know Greg Thorburn and his host committee and Megan Roberts, who works at the facility here. All the locals have done a ton of work to put on another great show, and the ice is fabulous. So it's great to watch these young curlers out here.
Got Skip Mackenzie Zacharias. She does have Carly Burgess on her team, as well as her sister, Emily Zacharias, lead Lauren Lenentine, and coach Sheldon Zacharias. And was looking around, getting some photos for social media of all the fans in the stands from different areas, and they're wearing their Manitoba and Zacharias gear, but very much a hometown team for these young ladies as well. Carly Burgess being from Truro, Nova Scotia. Lauren Lenentine not too far away from PEI as well. They have a lot of family and friends who are out here, and they're definitely making some noise in the stands as well.
Oh yes, you can always count on the Burgess clan to bring the noise factor up, and you know, with Jill being the hometown team, it's nice to see them both playing against each other today.
Been a fairly open end so far. Team's really just feeling it out. This is vice skip for the brothers team, Erin Carmody. She's just playing a hit out to the wing as the teams settle in here.
Clean, Sarah. Good throw. Nice one. 9-4. 10.
2 pools of 7 teams each. They play a 6-game round robin. The top 3 teams from each pool will advance to the playoffs. 1 and 2. Those teams cross over to play each other, and the winners go on to the A qualifier, while the loser plays in the B qualifier. Those teams that lose those initial 1 versus 2 games, they head over to the B side, play the 3rd place teams, and then winners keep playing on until there's eventual B side qualifier winner here. A lot of pressure for these teams to be playing at such a high quality of play so early on in this season.
Absolutely, especially with the last season being a little disjointed for a lot of our teams. You know, some were able to get a lot of training in, others weren't. So kind of a mixed bag, but at least this season, most teams have been able to get on the ice fairly early, and the conditions here are great. So it's nice to see them out here early in the season, and you know, whoever comes out of this event is going to definitely be on a roll going into Saskatoon.
Even looking back to 2013 with the Brad Jacobs team. They erupted through the field at the pre-trials, went undefeated at the trials event, won gold at Sochi Olympics. So it's been done before. These teams definitely have what it takes to represent Canada on the grandest stage. This is Carly Burgess. Incredible resume for a 23-year-old. She's won 3 world championships in 2016 with Mary Fay, 2018 with Caitlin Jones, both of Nova Scotia, and then represented Manitoba in 2020 with Mackenzie Zacharias and this team here. Pretty incredible accomplishments for such a young age. Not only that, but Helen, you'd be familiar with her Youth Olympic Games experience in 2016, where she was on a team with Mary Fay and 2 others that are in this event, Tyler Tardy and Sterling Middleton, winning gold at that event in Copenhagen, I believe.
No, we were in Lillehammer, Norway.
Lillehammer, that's it.
Yeah, no, Carly is by far our most decorated youth curler. Yeah, it's always nice to see Carly play.
9-5. 9-8. 9-8. Clean, Jen. Clean, Jen. Yep. Whoa, you're fine. Whoa.
This is Jill Brothers playing open hit on that rock in the back 12. Had mentioned earlier she had played in Ottawa at the pre-trials direct entry event. Her team hadn't really been on the ice. That was their first time, and the ice wasn't even in yet in Nova Scotia and in their home club. So needless to say, she was absolutely buzzing. They had dropped their first 2 and then won 5 in a row to get that final qualifier spot. So to be here and playing in front of family and friends, it means a lot to this crew. She's a 5-time Scotties participant, and getting this type of experience on arena ice goes a long way, as I'm sure she'll be making another push to be in Thunder Bay for the 2022 Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Absolutely. Actually, the first time I met Jill was in Trois-Rivières at the World Juniors.
That's right.
Yeah, so she's, Jill's got lots of experience under her belt too. So we've got a nice clash of sort of the young up-and-comers and also the team that has been the up-and-comers and is a solid team.
Jill is the 2004 Canadian Junior Champion, and then she won silver at the World Championships that year.
Thanks. That was a better throw, hey? 9-8 again. Okay. Yeah. It's just been a lot of rocks down there now, so yeah. A little speedier.
That's what's nice about our sport is, you can start it when you're younger and you can continue it through adulthood, and it's a little tricky for women on Jill's team. They're at the stage of having babies and things like that. So Sarah's back in the lineup. Nice to see her out there.
Absolutely. She missed the Ottawa event. Kim Kelly subbed in for the team as the team's alternate, but yeah, she has a 1-month-old Quinn who's here, and unreal. So very, very happy to see her back in the mix. And there's so much to be said about the support of family and friends to be able to allow the women to continue pursuing their dreams on the ice. That goes a long way. Proud that curling's one of the sports that's able to really do that as well, it seems.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think you need that whole support system, at home and on the road. And I know Kim Kelly's brought up a lot of experience on and off the ice for Jill's team. She's a great addition there. And they've got Jeff Wilson as their coach, so they've got a really solid support system. And with Sheldon Zacharias coaching Mackenzie's team, he's a fabulous coach. He's done a lot of great work with them, and these are 2 well-coached teams.
Last rock of the first end here, Mackenzie Zacharias going for the blank. And that's no problem, gets that. So quick end, up and down, getting a feel for everything, not playing too aggressive yet. And Mackenzie Zacharias will take the hammer into the second end of action here at the 2021 Home Hardware Curling Pre-Trials.
Good end.
Helen, we've had a bit of a halt in junior play over the past year and a bit because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but I'm sure you've been keeping very busy with lots of new programs and initiatives coming up. I know that there's a couple of new events coming up. Wonder if you can tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah, last year was so disappointing with COVID and how it affected so many of our junior programs across the country. So we are coming out with a vengeance this year and really trying to get everybody back out on the ice and get more youth curlers out there, which has been fantastic. So a new event, just a one-time event. It's an under 23 event that's going to be held. We're calling it the U23 Lethbridge Classic. It's going to be held during the Brier, which will be fun out in Lethbridge. And all the teams will be cumulative ages under 23. So we're looking forward to a men's event and a women's event. And just giving those athletes an opportunity that kind of missed out because of COVID and age changes and things like that, an opportunity to sort of keep that next generation, some incentivizing with it. And then the following year, starting in September next year, we're going to start an under 25 event that'll be held in September in Edmonton. And that'll be an ongoing annual thing from here on. We'll be looking at CTRS rankings and things like that. So we're really excited about some of the under, 25 programs that we're starting to bring forward.
Absolutely, super important. We have known for a while that has been a desire among some of those teams that are competing at that level just out of juniors, but not necessarily. The transition can be tough when you're making it into men's, and having this extra window of opportunity seems to go a long way in helping teams get competitive games on good arena ice or good ice and a really competitive feel against each other. It only makes the teams collectively better and stronger for Canada in the long run.
Yeah, and I think what's nice is we're starting to see like the Northern Ontario Curling Association and Curling Alberta have started youth advisory committees. And I was part of a meeting a couple weeks ago. We're starting to learn about the power of the youth movement and getting involved in their provincial or territorial associations. And that's really key for us because we want to hear, the important things that are going on for youth and where they want to take this game.
Always helps when the athletes have a vested interest in leading the direction of their own paths and their own desires. And so absolutely happy that we're involved in that going forward.
Definitely. Like, look at this environment here. How awesome is this for a young athlete to be curling on top arena ice, on games are streamed, games are on TSN. It's fabulous. Great exposure for them.
So this is Sarah Murphy here.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
And she does have, just had her third child, 1-month-old Quinn. Hits and rolls a little too far here, though. Emily Zacharias, the team's second here. Younger sister to Mackenzie Zacharias. And Emily and Mackenzie both have experience in another newer Curling Canada event, a U18 Canadian Championship. They both represented Manitoba in 2017. That was an event that I had the pleasure of being at with you in Sherwood Park, and Heather Nedowin sure put on a show there, didn't she?
Oh, that was amazing. That was absolutely first-class event. Very, very well run. And that's what we're starting to see, the under-18 nationals. We started it in 2017 in New Brunswick, actually, and the uptake of kids wanting to get to the under-18 nationals has been fantastic. So one of the changes we've actually made this year at the under-18 nationals is we're adding more teams. So we're going to have 21 teams of both genders. So we're going to have 42 under-18 teams this year in Timmins, Ontario, which we're really excited about.
Just let it stop now. Yeah. You got the angle. You got the angle. You're good. No, Aaron. No. Nice. Really good.
And that's a great freeze from Sarah. I'm starting to see a few more rocks in play this end here.
Yeah, Zacharias, they got a nice corner guard up, and they've figured out the ice to get around there, and they're they're okay with those rocks falling behind the tee line. That works in their favor right now.
Top floor, right here. Line's good. Wait only. Got not crossing yet. Top floor. Line's good right here. Are you to it? Okay, go back to it. Yeah. Hard. We're already there. Okay, whoa. Line's really good. Line's good. Good up.
Solid shot from Emily Zacharias there.
Very nice shot.
Had the pleasure of chatting with Mackenzie earlier on in the week, and really impressed with how well spoken and positive this young lady is. She says she's learning something every single game at this level and has really grasped what's been a pretty incredible experience over the past year and a half or 2 years, going from super high of winning the Canadian and World Juniors to all of a sudden pandemic coming in pretty shortly after all that, and not really sure what was going to come out of it, but they kept focused during the off season, got an opportunity to play in their first Scotties Tournament of Hearts in an expanded field, and she said she's learned so much from that, just about remaining positive and like a sponge at that age. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really nice shot there.
Or that,
by Jill's team.
If you rip, that's not bad. The 8's not going anywhere.
Great freeze on top.
Okay. Yeah, straight, like just off nose.
That was the nice part about the Scotties and the Briar last year, was opening it up to a few more teams to give them that experience, because there just wasn't that competitive opportunity last season. So I think they've all, you know, definitely brought a lot of that experience into this season.
Whoa! Yeah! High!
Burgess playing a run back and just clips that out beautifully. Incredible shot there.
Well done. Jill's team is going to look to put that one back there.
Look at that again, just great shot from the team. Aaron Carmody now will try and bring that back in. He's had 3 Scotties Tournament of Hearts appearances, 2 with brothers here, and then 1 back in 2010 when she played 4th for Kathy O'Rourke in her home province of Prince Edward Island. That team went on an incredible run that year, making it all the way to the final, losing to Jennifer Jones, but earning a silver medal and becoming quite a impressive storyline from that week. But that one doesn't quite get frozen and just clips off the top a touch. So it looks like it is exposed here for Mackenzie to make a play on with some hack weight.
I thought it was tighter too, and then it didn't curl. Yeah, it's weird. Felt like the same throw to me. Yeah. Is it the same weight? Yeah. Okay. I mean, like 3 milliseconds bigger. Bigger? Yeah.
Burgess can't quite capitalize on that, over curling and clips that top corner guard.
Yeah, I like that, Joe. Yep.
So we have brothers sitting shot stone and looking to use the coverage of those top rocks that are clustered in the 12-foot and just in front of the house.
Yeah, that's great too. I think, yeah.
So with both these teams, we have front-end players who come into the house to call line and work with their skips. So for Jill's team, Sarah, she throws second stone, she comes in the house. And for Mackenzie's team, Lauren comes into the house and she throws lead stones. So it's nice to see, you know, teams taking advantage of the different positions and strengths of the players.
That's absolutely true. I mean, Sarah Murphy, 2006 junior bronze medalist. She was with Nova Scotia and was skip at that time, so very familiar with calling line. And then Lauren Lenentine, she as well. She's played a few different positions, but started out her junior career as a skip for Prince Edward Island, curling at numerous junior events at that position, as well as a U18 event.
Stay close, Aaron. Down. Whoa, Larry.
It's not quite what they were hoping there for. I think they wanted it more top 8-ish or so.
Yeah.
Crazy. I was like, this is flying for weight. I'm like, and I think it's out a little. Oh, 10.5 out here. Right there. If we come up the nose, it's pretty good too. Yeah, yeah. Little flop.
So Zacharias
Little flop, I think same call as yours. Like right on top is really good.
looking for a hit and flop there.
Yeah, there's this like.
They'd be happy with
for
nose,
2-3,
but would like to
so-
hit it on
or
that broom
2-4,
side.
I don't know. But yeah, 10.5. It should stay pretty straight, I think, out here.
That was Lenentine, as you said, holding the broom. I don't think there's many junior curlers that can say that they've curled for 3 different provinces in their junior career. PEI, Nova Scotia, she had a run with as well, with Caitlin Jones, and then of course with Manitoba and Mackenzie Zacharias here.
It shows her versatility and, you know, her eagerness to want to improve and to be better. And she's a fabulous teammate. So
That's half the battle right there.
she brings a lot to every team, both on and off the ice.
Burgess and Zacharias on the sweep. They get that nose a tiny little flop over, but
Just curl at the end. Okay. Just move at the end. Okay. Good throw. I didn't expect it to curl like that. Me neither. It's pretty good though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to come up like that either, and I was a bit off too.
so Jill Brothers on her
Might also be
last
aggressive.
shot of this second end now. Playing the hit on this Zacharias stone. Hits and rolls to the outside though, so that is going to leave an open draw here for 2. A lot of yellow all surrounding that 12-foot. A lot of rocks in the 12-foot in general here, but Zacharias playing this well enough to get that opportunity.
As soon as it starts curling like that, we just have to assume the weight's coming off.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it was curling that much. Yeah.
Zacharias' team did a good job to force the play to the wing, and then now they can capitalize with the deuce here.
Okay, so this should be fine. Yeah, hers is 14.5, but I'm not going to get in that tight. Okay.
Broom placed wide out there, edge of 12, not wanting to really contend with those rocks that are clustered along the center line.
Curl pretty wide. Close.
So here it is, a shot for
All
2.
you guys, not curling yet.
22-year-old Mackenzie Zacharias.
Car's wrong. Still got to curl. Really not curling.
Had a 13-3 on that hog-to-hog. She had to go a little bit wider.
That will be good though. Clips
Yep,
just
she
the
did that
outside.
great.
So that's a score at 2 for Mackenzie Zacharias in the second end here. 2-0 lead. That one, good opportunity really for them to take a look at the line and get an idea. Don't think it curled as much as what they were intending there.
She anticipated the new path though, threw a little bit of extra weight, which was great on her side, and the brushers definitely judged that well.
We have 4 other games going on. We've got a full sheet, all 5 sheets in action here at Queen's Place Amera Center. Suzanne Burt, Holly Duncan, they're scoreless right now, though looks like Suzanne Burt's playing a shot for 1, it looks like. Over in one sheet over on the men's side, we have Pat Ferris up against Braden Calvert. Ferris has a 1-0 lead. Glenn Howard has a 1-0 lead over Sean Grassi as well on the men's. And then in another men's game, we have Paul Fleming, another hometown team here coming out of Halifax. and has had some fans on his side throughout the week. He's leading 2-0 over Tyler Tardy right now.
Line's good. Top 4.
You can follow along with all the scores updated in real time at curling.ca/scoreboard. Zacharias team playing this into the house now.
They're up 2, so they're going to put it in the house and get brothers to make the first move.
This is Jen Mitchell. Three Scotties Tournament of Hearts appearances for her.
Whoa. Stay with the roll. Yeah. Straight over. Yeah. That's good. Nice.
Nice hit and roll to the wing, force the play over.
10.
And that is Lauren Valentine there.
Yeah. Hard. Really hard. Really hard. You gotta go. Yep. Watch the roll. 10-2. Here's this. I don't know why.
Very recently, she was awarded the 47th Annual Sport PEI Awards. She received the Lieutenant Governor and DP Murphy Award to the Most Outstanding Island Athlete of the Year. So that's a huge honor for Lauren.
Absolutely, yes.
They've taken a lot of pride in her success on the ice.
Yep. Sarah, yep.
Yep, I think so.
And of course, the small community of Altona, Manitoba, very much behind these ladies as well. Corner guard there, thrown from Mitchell on her second.
Line's good. Tight. Line's fine. Wait only right now. Line's good.
So Zacharias without hammer will look to fill up the middle here a little bit.
15-8. That's good.
Yeah, they're going to put up a tight center guard to try to take away that corner guard. Jill says, no, we're going back to the wing. We're going to move that one.
I have hammer. I have control. You'll do what I want.
9-5.
So that's Sarah Murphy throwing the rock here. Mentioned she had won the bronze medal at 2006 Canadian Juniors. Also has competed at 3 U Sports championships at the St. Mary's University.
Yeah. We know what'll run through. Okay. Nice and easy, yeah.
Five rock rule is done though, so now Mackenzie replying on her own saying, well, we don't want the corner guard here.
Really hard. Go. Read up. Okay, that's good. It was 9-1. She slid. 16 on that.
Both teams will try to stick to their plan in this end.
2, 3. Go there.
Had mentioned earlier that the simplest playoff scenario to make it here is if Mackenzie Zacharias and their team win, they are in. They're sitting at 3-2, so a win would improve them to 4-2. To be determined what exactly their seeding would be, but they could do no worse than third. Suzanne Burt, who's also on the ice, leading the Pool B right now for the women, 4-1 record. She wins, though, that would secure first place for her. And then Team Sherry Anderson, who lost to Jill Brothers, as we had mentioned, she has one more game coming up against Danielle Inglis at 4 p.m. So that game will also have an impact on the final standings.
We're seeing a few half shots this end, so neither team is really getting anything going here.
Let's talk some more youth programming in the meantime. I know that there's been some youth funding initiatives that have went out, and I know that we put a call out through social media and curling.ca. I understand we'll have some more news on that coming up, but what can you tell us so far about that and the importance of it?
Wow, I was so impressed with all the applications that came in. We were just thrilled with the quality of the various youth programs. So we're offering over $200,000 in funding initiatives for youth programs over the next 2 seasons. And we've surpassed that. So many of them were so good that we actually went a little bit beyond that because we want to invest in our youth programs. So we've offered the opportunity for programs to expand in on-ice school programs, which I was the most impressed with, the quality of applications. And we've got a lot of great BIPOC, so Black, Indigenous, people of color youth programs, and also really trying to kickstart more leagues. So inter-club and intercity leagues. And so we've just had some fabulous applications, and so we'll be making a formal announcement hopefully by the end of next week to let everybody know sort of who the successful applicants have been. And we're really excited to work with them to just get more kids on the ice and give them the opportunity to try curling.
I can speak firsthand. It was school programs in rural Manitoba where I grew up that got me involved in the game, learning on the gym floor first with like the scooter board under my foot and graduating over to the curling club. And always great when the curling centers are able to be part of that process as well. So it goes a long way, and when you get it involved in the school and the curriculum, also very important. One of the biggest initiatives of Curling Canada over the past 2 years has been to increase the participation of BIPOC Canadians within the sport, elevating their voices, having them seen and heard, and their opinions taken and implemented. So that goes a long way, and I'm so excited to see what comes out of all of these opportunities that come, and it's so great to hear that it was also such a big turnout that we're even going a little bit over, but that's always great, and these grants will be put to great use.
Oh, absolutely. No, we're thrilled, and one of the key things is to have those community partners like you just mentioned, to have the school boards involved, to have the curling clubs involved, to have the member associations involved, to have local organizations involved. It's fabulous because when you have multiple community groups working together, that's how you really are able to sustain programs. So we're excited that kids are going to be able to try curling with their friends, in school and things like that. So we can't wait to see where it goes, and already starting to get some feedback from some of the clubs to say we're already getting going. We're pumped for this season. So we're excited to work with them as well.
What I also think is great about it is that these programs had to be new programs. Is that correct? So these aren't older established programs that have already been running for a while. These are new opportunities for new Canadians and young Canadians who might not have had this opportunity before. Yeah,
this is a grassroots opportunity. So we are trying to kickstart more opportunity, and that is, to your point, that is really key for us. So we want to support existing ones, but our focus right now is definitely to kickstart some new ones, get some fresh faces out there, and we have so many fabulous volunteers and paid instructors and junior coordinators across the country that are able to help guide these fabulous programs.
Go now, Em. Easy.
Em, hard.
This is Mackenzie Zacharias' final shot. of this third end. Not enough action for that to spin back in, so Jill Brothers will have a free shot here. And even though she'll be going for the blank, still some discussion on where to put down that broom, and obviously very important for them to be able to get a good read on ice and maybe look at a new path that they haven't had a chance to yet on the ice. Never a wasted shot.
10. Okay. Probably a 9.5.
I think it's not too bad. 9.8 maybe. Good.
I think it's 10.
10. Right on. I had exactly a 10.
So there it is, a blank end for Team Brothers here. We'll retain the hammer as we head to the fourth end of play now. Mackenzie Zacharias, 2-point lead, 2-0 lead after scoring her second in the second end.
What is the second end?
Holly Duncan leads Suzanne Birch. She got a steal in the second end for a 1-0 lead. They're playing in the third end right now. Braden Calvert has a 2-1 lead over Pat Ferris as well. Looking over, Glenn Howard retains a 1-0 lead over Sean Grassi. Paul Fleming still has that 2-0 lead over Tyler Tardy after a blanked end as well.
This is a beautiful facility to watch curling.
Yes.
Everywhere you are, it's a great view. You feel like you're in the game. You can hear the athletes talking. It's an absolute beautiful facility.
It's been incredible. I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far. You had touched on the host committee and all the volunteers as well. It's a community that's so committed to running these top-notch events, and we can see why clearly. Very excited. It's going to look great on TSN this weekend. We'll have 5 draws of coverage for all the playoffs at the 2021 Home Hardware Curling Pre-Trials presented by New Holland. You can find the full schedule at curling.ca/broadcast.
Still running.
This is our last day of YouTube streaming. It's been so great to have you all joining us throughout the week, taking part in these games and watching along with us. We're back on at 4 p.m. Atlantic. Jacqueline Harrison against Beth Peterson. Jacqueline Harrison still alive in the playoff picture and looking for a win. And then at 8 p.m., Jeremy Hardy will take on Pat Simmons. Pat Simmons has been on a run with his young team from Winnipeg Beach, and a win will look to get them into the playoff picture as well.
Well, Team Brothers tried to come around that center guard, but ran into the same issue Mackenzie did a couple ends ago, where that outturn stayed a little bit straight. So gives Lauren an opportunity to play a little hit and flop.
Right up.
11-4.
That one over curling a touch, but holds on in the back 12.
I think compared to Jill's. Yeah, it really ran. I think it's a hair lock right.
Let's wait. 4. Line's pretty good.
Mine's pretty good. It's staying out there for now.
4, 5. Line's pretty good.
Not curling, not
Aaron's
curling.
up. 6. Aaron's off. 5. Yeah, Aaron. You gotta go. Yep, there
Yep.
Dave Merklinger and his crew have done a great job with the ice and rocks here. Just top-notch environment for the athletes to play.
Absolutely. Was dealing with some tricky weather conditions as well. I think as soon from Tuesday to Thursday it rained, just a sprinkle. It rained. It poured. Helen's used to that though, living out here, I'm sure. That was wind and rain, but managed the humidity well, I gotta say, and hasn't been an issue. The ice has been great all week.
10-5.
Yeah, we often get these storms that come and hit us, whether they're rain or there's snow. I often say we don't use an umbrella here because the wind will whip your umbrella, and you have to get used to if it's raining hard, it's going to hit you from the side of the face instead of up and down. Same thing with snow. We get some pretty good nor'easters.
Yes, that's right.
Come hit us and dump a lot of snow on us. But then we get to enjoy shoveling it, building the little snowmen, and then it'll eventually rain and all go away, and then we get it all over again.
Make the most of it out here for sure.
We definitely have maritime weather, but it's awesome being close to the ocean, and I think lots of the athletes here have been saying, wow, look at the waves here. And I don't think a lot of people know that you can learn how to surf in Nova Scotia.
Wow, I just learned that right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you could go down to White Point right now and ask somebody to help you learn how to surf. They'll give you the wetsuit, surfboard. Yeah, we get some pretty good waves. It would be chilly.
Do you know how to surf?
Yeah, I have tried. Yeah, went with my family. It was super fun. It was a lot harder than I thought.
I think you have to have a really good gravity or low center of gravity, I feel like. Maybe a little bit like a curler, being able to keep that balance, but...
I was exhausted by the end of it, yeah.
Full body workout.
Oh, great workout,
You gotta go hard. Right up, hard up.
Emily Zacharias throwing the hit here. Berta just tried to push it over just a little bit with the sweep, but didn't quite get there. Brothers with a good opportunity to split the house here if she can hit and roll to for second shot or even first. As long as those two rocks there, those two yellow rocks, maintain good separation, which they should after this.
11-5. Little down. Hard then. Yep. Hard. Yep. Harder in. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. 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 Hard.
Oh, it's crawling.
Really hard.
Yeah. No roll.
Good throw.
That really came down. Wow.
All right, so that comes over.
Do you like this or the double?
I like rolling it front.
Both teams struggling a little bit with that spot with the ice or the weight to try to get that roll that they're looking for.
Over there, it's really good.
10.5 for 10.
So it looks like Zacharias was lining up the double here.
Carly's pretty good at these.
Let's see what Carly Burgess can do.
Yes! Really hard! Really hard! You gotta go, Lauren! You gotta go!
Just clips that center guard.
Open side, this one?
Yeah?
That's what I like.
Yep.
Same spot I did.
Gotta be full
Yeah,
throw.
exactly. It slid really nice, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
So I need to
So with that opportunity now lies a great opportunity for Jill Brothers and her team here to get 3 counting.
This is what they were hoping for, to be patient and get an opportunity. Always nice when you're the one who gets to put that third rock exactly where you want it to be to separate the rocks.
like she's posting.
Yeah.
14.
She has a bit, but not too bad.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, 90.
Held nicely, and now Zacharias' team in damage control here. They're going to try and bail out as best they can. Going to try this double again. No center guard in the way. Looking for to come off here, this rock. And then would love to be able to get the angle as well.
9! Yeah! Hard! Really hard! Whoa! Yep.
Gets that just on the beak, though. Actually, a little bit on the other
I
side.
think it's the... Yeah, the hers finished up there.
This is curling pretty good.
Yeah, almost like a 9.5.
I think both Carly's interns curled there, so Jill's recognizing that, and she'll adjust the ice so that she gives Aaron just a titch more there. That's the nice part when you're playing against really great teams. You get to read the ice with all the rocks. You get to watch all the rocks come down and help yourself figure out where to put that broom.
Yep, keep notes, keep notes, keep notes. Good. Really nice, Aaron.
Reminds me of reading line on a putting green where your opposition is, or your playing partner is watching your line so that they can get a read, except mine I usually just push left or right so they never get a good look off of it.
We just gotta make sure we roll. I still like 9.5, I think.
Feel like a little more because if we hit it thin, then we got it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I like it. You got it, Mom.
So what's Zacharias hoping for with this rock here? It looks like they're going for the hit and roll again.
Okay. Yeah, it's close.
So here's Zacharias' first of the fourth end. Trying to hold this.
Hard roll. Go in.
Just playing the hit and roll.
Nose is good.
That will rearrange the angles here as well. So shakes things up a little bit.
Like that? Yeah? Okay.
Puts Jill Brothers on a different path as well.
I hope so.
We're thinking 9-8. 9-8 for this spot?
Yeah, no, I like that.
Nose?
And wherever Jill ends up going, Mackenzie will be eyeing a double.
At this point in the end, Zacharias would be thrilled to leave it as a deuce. 3, though, for Jill Brothers could very much be in play.
Yep, 9-8. 10. 10.
That's Jen Mitchell with the sweep, trying to hold this line. Need to hold it. They don't want to roll it for the jam either.
That's good. Good, yeah.
So they're certainly looking at a
That felt like a good throw.
some new line here.
I think we gotta try it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's pretty thin, like here. There. Good peel. Right there.
So it sounds like Zacharias will be playing the double attempt here. They do have to be mindful of that back rock that's just off your screen.
Okay, double.
Looking to come down off this
Here it goes, because it might jam on the back.
and jam there, but as you can see, there is an opportunity that this rock could jam off here. So that is something that they need to be mindful on this attempt.
A little bit less. It's gonna run straight here. Yeah.
Big shot from Mackenzie Zacharias on her last of this end, looking for a double. Peel weight, flat double, makes it, and misses the jam as well.
Great throw.
Superb shot from Mackenzie Zacharias. Take a look at this again. Well played. We even got the telestrator right on that one.
We're thinking 9-8 again.
Good job,
We're doing
Kyle.
well up here. Although not as well as what the Zacharias team will be feeling down there. That was a great shot to limit this end to 2. Brothers was looking really primed to be able to score 3, so that takes some wins out of their sails.
Hold it, okay?
It is tough to score 3 when there are no guards in play. So, you know, when you're playing top caliber teams, you kind of, it's tough not to set up a double. So nice throw by Mackenzie, and you know Jill's team will be happy with the deuce. They'll have wished for the third point, but
Really curling. Hard.
And that's an unfortunate mistake. So that rolls out, and it's actually just one for Team Brothers. So missed opportunity for the team from the Halifax Curling Club. They'll settle for 1 point and trail 2-1 to Mackenzie Zacharias after 4 ends of play. The 2022 Curling Cares calendar is now available at curlingcares.ca, and the Zacharias team is actually all involved in it as well. Their team is one of the featured in the May edition, I believe, which coincides with the launch of the Curling Canada Foundation's For the Love of Scholarship program announcement. So applications begin. All 4 members of this team have received a For the Love of Curling scholarship dedicated to helping young curlers achieve their dreams on and off the ice. Mackenzie won it in 2017. Carly won it in 2016, and Emily and Lauren both won in 2019. So it's a program that all of them are familiar with. Mackenzie was on the selection committee as well for the scholarship this year, and they'll be raising funds for that program through their sales. If you go to curlingcares.ca and use the promo code Zacharias Cares, that's all one word and all lowercase, Zacharias Cares, use that promo code and you'll get $5 off your calendar order as well. That's a missed opportunity for the brothers team as coach as the team. What do you think they're discussing after that end to be able to leave that one behind, essentially, Helen, and get back into this?
I think the key is just to learn, you know, what happened on that last shot. It certainly looked like the weight was coming off it, and as soon as the weight is coming off it, it usually starts to curl a little bit. But it's, you know, both teams are throwing the rock really well. So I think the key is, you know, they know how to play. That was a missed opportunity, but they've got their draw weight. You know, they're getting a better handle on the ice. So it's just, you know, staying in each shot, getting the angle correct on the rocks that you're trying to do.
Yep, hard then, Sarah. Where? Take a look. Whoa.
You know, we're only in the 5th end. Game is close.
Where, Sarah? No, we gotta go. No, we're bumping this there. Yeah, we're curling pretty hard right now.
Team Zacharias plays into the house.
Great, Jen. Good call, Sarah. Yep, copy.
Jen Mitchell follows that in, freezes on it, or just touches it back a touch.
Line's closed. Copy. Okay. Go ahead. Line's good.
Lennon Tyne, a student at the University of Manitoba, born in Charlottetown but living in Winnipeg.
Okay, go ahead. Line's good. Line's really good. Just do it though, guys. Just do it. Just here. Line's good. Carly first. Right up, right to it, Carly, right to it. Nice shot, 15-2. Yeah.
Nice draws by Emily, or by Lauren.
Yeah.
Sarah Murphy is forensic engineer with Contract Engineering Limited. Husband Ryan, children Cameron, William, and then of course Quinn at 1 month old. Playing a tight guard here.
Well, I've got to give a shout out to my niece who had her first baby yesterday.
Oh.
Sophia Rose, 7 pounds 8 ounces, was born yesterday morning.
Congratulations,
So,
that's so exciting.
I'm a great auntie and I'm very excited. She's so cute.
Get to the
Can't wait to
inside,
meet
you
her.
might kill the back one.
And my niece is doing well and baby is doing well.
Excellent, that's so great to hear.
9.
Now living in a world where friends and family are more accessible, so being able to visit is always very important and very nice too.
Yeah, really
Absolutely.
hard, Car. You gotta go hard, hard, really hard.
Emily
really
Zacharias,
hard. There you go.
kinesiology student at the University of Manitoba, just clips that center guard, which I don't think they'd be too upset with, as they do have hammer here, so that does open things up. Always a tolerance level when it comes to this sport, being able to miss on the pro side, and that certainly was, rather than
Wonder if
being
we just do a little, like,
wide or
bump
having it
thing.
fall out.
Sure? Yeah. Wanna come look, Sarah?
So
Obviously, the
Sarah
angles are
coming
just
back
so
to look
bad.
at these angles with Jill.
So we could also try to tap this to here and split this, right? And give us another rock over here. It's a touchy little shot on this side we haven't really seen a lot. I wouldn't really want to wick on that and roll away, you know what I mean? Might not be terrible. I don't know if we wick on that, it wouldn't be terrible because then that would be lined up. Yeah. It'd be harder for them to make that double, right? Do you like this spot? I don't mind it. Roll over here. Yeah. The angles are just so bad. I feel like we need to move them around.
But if we sit,
We're just talking about doing this and then getting another one in the house.
if we stay on this side, that's not bad because she has to play this way in.
She can still run it and get rid of everything.
Yeah, but make her play that.
I just feel like we need another rock in the house.
Yeah, Jordan come up after one end to talk about it.
I also do.
Okay.
Aaron's getting in the half faster.
Lots of ideas. Make sure we stay on this side of center.
So Jill's not a fan of these angles by the looks of it. What do you see here, Helen?
Yeah, I think Jill's more comfortable to have to sort of move the angles around a little bit once another rock in the house. I think her teammates are kind of looking at the option of, you know, what if we put another tight guard, just keep the pressure on Zacharias at this point in time, because, you know, just trying to do the force as opposed to trying to get more rocks in the house. It is often a turning point at second stone when you're trying to determine sort of the direction of the end that you're going to go. Are you going to play a little more offensively? You're going to play a little bit more defensively. So, you know, they're kind of calling this a bit of a pivot point where they could go a little more offensive. They could go a little bit more defensive. But, you know, listening to them, Jill was definitely not comfortable with the angles that were currently in the house.
So they play the guard on that.
I don't know if you'll roll it in. You gotta throw pretty light. What? Like rip it into it. Okay. Like right here. Peel.
And Mackenzie feels it's close enough that they'll be able to make a run on that, and just off nose, I think they should be able to get those yellows spinning out, and their red should remain in play if this is hit properly.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, their shooter could end up in the rings.
Whoa. That was a better throw.
Oh, she's playing it across the top.
Okay.
That was a better throw. Good.
Little firm.
Being up 2-1 with hammer in the fifth, Zacharias' team, if the angles aren't working out for them, they're okay to blank this end. Then they'd have the lead going into 6, you know, try to have a hammer in 6-8-10.
Absolutely.
So there's a, you know, there's a lot that they're thinking about.
Good amount of patience involved in this game.
If Jill's team can force them to win this end, that's advantageous for them.
Keep that hammer in the even end, get a chance for a deuce and tie. Absolutely.
I think just this right now.
It's often a bit of a cat and mouse game.
Very much so.
I've seen minimum.
Clean it. Yep.
Carly Burgess now. Also a kinesiology student.
Big roll, big roll, big roll, big roll.
Trying to get that one over.
Whoa. Hard roll, big roll.
I think they're pretty happy with that option.
All the way.
Eliminating that one that was in the top 4, rolling it out to the side and keeping things really open now. No angles really to be too concerned about with any type of run back here with those rocks nicely spread out. And that's Erin Carmody, research assistant with GI Research, IWK Health, as well as a clinical dietitian.
Really hard. Hard! Yeah! Whoa!
Okay. 11-2.
Double should go over.
Clips one off, rolls off, and those rocks clustered though pretty nicely, and looks like a double very much in play here for the Zacharias team. A little shaky on the outsource here on the push.
Close, yeah, hard!
Gotta go.
Hard! Really hard! Yeah, hard to stick, hard!
Wow, that jumped.
All right. Sorry, Car.
So that one curled a little bit more. They thought with a double, if they got that correctly, it should have went over that
just
back
like it was
red, but it
gone.
just clips it. As Jill Brothers gets ready to throw her first rock of this end. Hairstylist with Dime Salon.
Yeah.
Husband Paul,
Like,
son Casey, and daughter Andy.
yeah, we can always rip on my first, too. Yeah. I still have, like, all the forefoot to draw, too. Yeah. And I just need to tap it, like, if I play back 4 at it.
Seems like ice for hits has been a little bit tricky today, where, you know, both teams are over curling. Doesn't seem to be under curling. They seem to be over curling just a little bit.
Brothers trying to play the guard here.
Never like the hit and flop. I know she draws, but she's got to make it good.
Curls, but I think it might be able to see from the outside.
Okay.
However, that
Yeah.
jam though is
Let's have to move it here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll throw back 8, I think, though. There.
so back 8 weight. Want to curl it into that red that or it's into the yellow that's sitting in the top 4, just to push it back. 1 and 2 potentially in play here, I believe.
Just back 8. Just move it a hair. Yeah, to draw around this corner, I would take probably not quite edge. I just think based on yours, as soon as it gets in that line, it's going to go. I think this is going to be okay.
That's the nice part, to be able to listen to them.
Yes, yeah, you get a lot of insight from the teams
Kinda wait
here.
for back 8.
Mackenzie saying, little concerned that I think once it hits that center line, that's when they expect it to really take off here. Adjusting the ice accordingly. Trying to keep this off the center. It still has to get by. That's good now. They got to get it there. It's more of a frozen shot there. Looks like that wasn't quite the weight that Mackenzie was hoping for.
Make it a run, right?
I had a 14 too.
Good sweep from Burgess though, and Emily Zacharias to keep that one straight enough to get around that center guard. So now, great opportunity, golden opportunity for Jill Brothers.
To get ours out,
Okay.
right? And I know she likes those shots.
Yep.
What do you want for 2 over here? And what was my last one?
It was an 04. Probably similar because we're out pretty far here. Maybe like a 10?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Over here? Okay.
Yeah.
Bite center line.
Okay.
Looking for a guard here.
Two, three.
Two, 3.
Looking to be just on the center line.
2.
Yeah, it's going hard. Okay, whoa. Whoa, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. This is only for 1, hey?
I like the draw.
Yeah, me too. There's got to be full 4.
That was a 16.
It's not too much conversation there. They were looking at a potential run back, but they think the best that will come out of it is 1. So instead, they will play the higher percentage shot,
Full 4.
playing a draw to the full 4 foot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it won't.
Brothers in
It won't curl as
position
much
to
until it gets
potentially
close to that
steal.
4 foot. So you think similar kick?
As Mackenzie Zacharias settles into the hack here, ready for her last shot of the 5th end.
Line's okay.
That's okay.
Car's wrong.
She's out a little farther than
Carly first.
where Jill was and where she threw her first one.
13-4.
Yeah. Go far. Get it over. It's fine.
Good attempt, but I think that is a steal of 1 for Jill Brothers.
It was a great throw, just a little
Really
bit too
close.
much ice.
Yeah, just a touch too much ice, and like you said, it really settled out there.
Sorry, guys.
Tricky spot.
This
Tricky
ice is-
spot indeed for the team here as we head into the 5th end break.
Yeah.
2-2 tie between Jill Brothers and team Mackenzie Zacharias. Stay tuned, everyone. Teams are going to take a break, so we'll take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
Sweep! Hurry! Hurry! Hard! Hurry hard! Hard! Hurry hard! 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 Yeah! Woo! We should really be curling.
One might say I was born to overcome challenges. 2 months premature, in and out of the hospital, and a heart condition. My parents call me their miracle baby. As with all survivors, I searched for my place in this world, and I found it here. This pebbled ice is where I battle now, and at only 12, I am already a 5-year veteran of this sport. I have my sights set on the Olympics. I will push hard to get there. The only size that matters in this sport is the size of your dreams.
Before there was ice, there was our hallway at home. I was always the shy, quiet kid who loved math. But when I saw math come alive in the geometry of the game, I found my passion and my voice. It's a game of precision, a game of inches. It's the equation that now defines who I am.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle Jans, joined by Helen Bradford. We're here for the 2021 Home Hardware Curling Pre-Trials at Queen's Place Emera Centre in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. 14 men's and women's teams vying for the final 2 spots available at the 2021 Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials. We're featuring one of those teams that's still in the mix here in Mackenzie Zacharias with a 3-2 record at Altona, Manitoba, up against Jill Brothers of Halifax with a 1-4 record, looking to end her round robin strongly here with a win. 2-2 tie between these two teams as we head into the second half of action.
Mackenzie's team is definitely going to want to score this end, so they'll try to force the play to the wing, try to get multiple points, but they definitely want to get on the scoreboard.
So we see her going with the corner guard there to try and eventually get play forced over to that side, as Jen Mitchell here throws her second rock. She's an autism specialist with HRCE.
Split center is good. Split center's nice. Looks pretty good. Aaron's rock still, I think. Yep, you stay down, Aaron. Yep.
That's one of the incredible things about this sport. When you look at the careers that these athletes have, and they still train on the ice, off the ice, have families, work full time. Like it's incredible the commitment that they put into the sport, and they come out here and they're just such quality people. You know, they're good teammates and they love the game, and it's so refreshing to watch. And I have to say, this is the first event I've seen live in a year and a half.
You said you're from Halifax, so an hour and a half away, and this is the furthest you've been in a good year and a half.
It's crazy. Like I usually travel a fair bit, and I've spent a lot of time close to home. I've enjoyed it, but it has been nice to sort of get out of the Halifax bubble for a change.
Nice to be here. Nice to see fans in the stands as well. A nice little turnout here in Liverpool, as we know a lot of family and friends from teams have made the trip out here now that travel restrictions are starting to loosen up, but a lot of local fans here as well have been treated to some great curling all week. This venue also very familiar with junior curling and other events. It hosted the 2019 World Juniors as well.
Looks like we're short. Yeah, we're short. Okay, that's okay.
And Helen Radford is Curling Canada's NextGen and Youth Development Manager, so involved in all things of creating opportunities of growth for young people who are playing our sport, whether they want to play the recreational level or whether they want to grow and follow a high performance stream. One of those streams is through the NextGen program, and I had the privilege of being out to watch one of those camps a couple years ago in Kitchener-Waterloo. Obviously came to a bit of a halt this past year, but what kind of plans are coming up for the National NextGen program, and can you talk a little bit about what exactly it is?
Yeah, it's a fabulous national program that we run, and COVID definitely has put a stop to everything that we've done in NextGen, where basically all of our support has been offered virtually, which, you know, I guess you just kind of roll with it and work with the way you can. But some of our NextGen teams are here, which is nice. So on the women's side, in our NextGen program, we've got Zacharias, Peterson, Brown, Walker, Silvernagle, Murphy, Rock. And on the men's side, we've got Calvert, Simmons, Gauthier, Dunstone, Tardy, Flash. And we've also got some individual athletes, and we've got some mixed doubles athletes as well. So we look to support the up-and-coming younger athletes, whether they're under 25 or under 32. And we're looking at the next quad. You know, so these would be the athletes that would be targeted for 2026. So the program is funded and supported by Own the Podium and Curling Canada, and we select teams and athletes based on CTRS or CMDR. So we'll be looking, and it's on an annual basis. So last year we couldn't do anything because CTRS was off the table. So what we did essentially is we just kind of carried the same teams forward from the previous year. So, but we do know that after this season, there's going to be a lot of change.
Always is.
Yes. So, who will be in the NextGen program next year? We're not too sure. Who will be in the national team program? We're not too sure.
Exactly.
So, we do know there's a lot of talk, and that's already happening, and athletes trying to form their next quad, and you know, who might retire, who's jumping in to do more. So there's a lot that's going to happen, but you know, we'll be there to support sort of the new up and coming teams, and look forward to that.
I was always very impressed by the camp and the seminars and everything that I got to come out to. Everything covered from mental performance and mental fatigue and positive thinking and that type of thing, mindfulness, physical ability, lots of coaching seminars in regards to training and strategy and analytics, and then of course the on-ice activity as well that's covered by it all. It's a really all-encompassing program.
Yeah, and the nice part is, you know, we are targeting to do another super camp in August. That's when we find that's our sweet spot for our NextGen program, and that's when we bring all our national coaches together with the coaches and the team and the athletes and their coaches. So we're already in the planning stage, which is kind of nice. We have no idea who the athletes will be, but we'll have the logistics sorted out so that after the season is over and the teams figure themselves out, and we'll have a good kickstart to the next quad, which is what we're excited about.
We'll be ready for them, absolutely. And that's exactly it, as we see these young teams, of course, with goals to represent Canada at the Olympics and here in 2022. Many that are being targeted or kind of also have their eyes set on future events when it comes to 26, even 30, as you had mentioned. So lots of potential, and we get to see it in the field here. Big weight shot from Carly Burgess here.
Oh, perfect. Good. Oh, yeah, same. I didn't know Sarah had that.
Superb shot.
Good shot. Brothers team definitely was putting some rocks in great positions, and Mackenzie Zacharias' team had to do a little cleanup.
Put that to a halt right away. My goodness.
Carly Burgess loves shots like that.
And not only that, but rolling the shooter off to the side, keeping that center line free, and a lot of corner guards in play now, and one lonely yellow rock. Carmody has, of course, those Scotties Tournament of Hearts appearances that we had talked about. Also 3 appearances at juniors as the skip of Prince Edward Island, and 1 mixed appearance back in 2012 with a curler many are familiar with in Brett Gallant when they competed for PEI.
Line's pretty good. Sarah's off. Sarah's off. You gotta curl it. Yep, Jen too.
Erin's been a top consistent curler for many years. And in
More,
fact,
more. Hard.
you know, everybody on
Hard,
Jill's
hard,
team,
hard, hard.
they've all been top consistent curlers, and that's how you stay in the
You
game.
like read under? Okay. 10.5.
Always learning, always developing, always taking their roles seriously. Had a chance to chat with Tanner Horgan on the men's side, who he and his team have qualified for the playoffs, and he's learned a lot from the 3 men in Buke and Chadwick and Forget, who have been there before. They've played at the 2019 Briar. They've been involved in the men's game for a while, and Tanner has learned a lot from them, and keeping themselves accountable and really helping each other prove every single game and every day.
Lauren.
Good shot from Carly here.
10-7.
Gets around
Maybe
that
it's the
guard
lock,
and
I
a
don't know.
nose hit,
No, I think we're just in the fourth.
but
Like an 05? Yeah.
would have been hoping for a roll.
Yeah, there was no extension on it, yeah.
11.
So Jill Brothers now throwing her first of this 6th end of play. Looking to hit and roll.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard.
Whoa. Yes.
Must be
By the
close.
center.
Really nice, Jill.
Nice one.
Gets that slight roll in.
Like this? Or do you think we can get it? Okay. Like a 12? 12 and a half?
It'll definitely come in.
Yeah, okay, 12 and a half.
And if we clip the guard, that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Mackenzie's got a great opportunity here to hit and flop behind the corner guard.
12 and a half? Yeah.
Nice roll by Jill. They've had trouble sort of in that spot.
Little bit more.
So you can see that there, just slightly exposed from that center guard. Just enough for Mackenzie to come take a go at this one with some lighter weight.
Close. No. Carly.
Trying to get this one over.
Hard. Go. Hard. Hard roll.
And a roll.
Hard M.
Trying to get it just a touch more. Looks like a very good shot there.
Yeah, you threw this earlier with like a 10 and a half, right? Yep. You have all that, Erin?
It's incredible to look across the 5 sheets out here. 3 games are tied, and the other 2 games, there's a 1-point difference.
pretty incredible indeed. We have Calvert and Ferris tied at 4 apiece as they just head into the 5th end break. Holly Duncan leads Suzanne Burt 3-2. Our 2-2 game here, of course. Howard and Grassley also tied at 2. And then Paul Fleming just scored 1 against Tyler Tardy. He leads 3-2 as well. So tight, very close games. Great entertainment here all across the board. And looks like we also have one of our best crowds of the week here too as we head into the weekend with a lot on the line here. Brothers playing to the outside of the house.
Whoa! Whoa! Yep. Whoa!
By everything. Hits the nose. Broom's not down too much for that. They wanted that to curl some more so that they could get behind some cover.
Good force by Team Brothers this end.
Absolutely is.
Curl. Yeah, I think it's going to move pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever think a smidge less, or you think that's close? Okay.
So here is Mackenzie Zacharias, her last rock at the 6th end. Looking to hit and stick for 1.
Clean. Oh, clean. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Clean. Yep. Clean. Whoa. Let it go. Clean.
Holding it. Clean's always a good call. No problems. That
Nice
is a score of 1 for Mackenzie Zacharias to take a 3-2 lead here on the 6th end of play. Teams will head into the 7th right away here. Brothers gets the hammer back. Touched on it a bit. We know that a lot of programs have been impacted by COVID, of course, and the juniors programs and a lot of the programming and initiatives coming back full steam ahead. Also have a couple of national events to be looking forward to. There's a World Junior qualifier as well as, well, there's 2 national junior championships this year. Exactly. So how does that work, Helen?
Yeah, wow. Again, we can thank COVID for that. So we have an event coming up the end of November in Saskatoon. It's happening the exact same time as the trials. It's at the Granite Curling Club in Saskatoon. And so it's our World Junior qualifier event. And so teams, about half the field has already been declared. And the 2 winning teams from that event will go to the World Juniors in Sweden in March. So they will be our Canadian representatives. And we're excited about that event because a lot of our older players are able to, the ones who couldn't compete last year, are able to go to a national championship. And the nice part about it is whoever wins, they're going to come to the Continental Cup in Fredericton, and we're going to train with them.
Excellent.
So, yeah, we're actually going to give them a little bit of a bonus because we want them to get an opportunity to train on arena ice. So we'll get a chance to spend some time with them in January, get them ready for the World Juniors. And so we look forward to how they do. And then we have our annual junior under 21, our regular one, happening in March. And so we're excited about that. And again, along with our under 18, our under 21, we're adding more teams to it. So our under 21 in March will have 18 teams for each gender. It used to be 14. We've gone to 18 teams. And so the nice part about that is, so when you take a look at a Tyler Tardy or a Mackenzie Zacharias, you look at some of these top teams who dominate in their province, they would earn points, so then their member association would get an additional berth. So the nice part is if you play against some of those top teams and you might be the one knocking on the door, you now have an extra opportunity to get to the nationals. And we even saw that with Jacques Gauthier in 2020. He was actually the Manitoba 2 team, the second team, and they ended up winning, and off they go to the World Juniors and they win the gold medal. So the nice part is we're giving more of our younger players an opportunity to wear their provincial or territorial jackets, go to a national, get that experience, get that exposure, network with other athletes, and we're excited that we can actually run these events this year.
Mm-hmm. Had Jacques in the booth with me yesterday, as a matter of fact, and talked about that a little bit.
Oh,
so
great.
yeah, the only player in the world, maybe the only team in the world to lose a provincial championship and win a national championship in a world. So again, it just goes to show the depth, though, and how important those extra opportunities are. And that second event happening in Stratford, and winner of that will then go get a chance to prepare throughout the year, and they would compete and represent Canada at the following year's World Juniors.
Yep. Yeah, because our under 21 event in March happens after the World World Junior Championship.
I love also how those events, the U21 or the Lethbridge Challenge that's happening at the same time as the Brier, and then this U23 event happening in Saskatoon at the same time as the trials. Great opportunity to combine those events and get some added experience out of it as well, basically being able to see some of the best teams in the world compete.
And that's key, and we do that with our NextGen athletes too. We try to get them at events where our national teams are, so that they're getting that exposure and that experience. So anytime we have an opportunity to host an arena event, even here in Liverpool, lots of juniors are getting an opportunity to come out to play on arena ice and just get that exposure. Because it is different curling on arena ice than it is at a curling club.
Absolutely.
And it's just, it's an awesome experience for them to see what it's like to play. Most teams can't go play where a national hockey team plays, and here you get to go play where the top curlers in the world play, which is pretty exciting.
Whoa. Hard, Jen.
Sarah Murphy in the hack with this, coming around that center guard nicely.
Good.
Clips that, and now sitting 2.
Great throw. 9.
Sets up the double attempt here for Team Zacharias. Right by the center.
That was close.
That was a little closer than I initially thought. Wow, great shot.
And stuck it behind the guard.
Look at this. Not too much room for error there. Wow, incredible shot from Emily.
Not yet, Jen. No! Gotta wait for it to curl. Yep! Hard, Jen, hard! Hard for Pete.
Sarah just ticks it, but that one's going to remain in the house. Team's very close in shooting percentage right now, 87% cumulatively as a team for Team Zacharias. Lenentine at 89, Emily Zacharias 87, Carly Burgess at 77 here, who's just throwing 94% for Mackenzie Zacharias. Brothers team also, though, very strong, 86% as a team. Jill Brothers at 80, Carmody 92, Sarah Murphy 73, and Jen Mitchell at 93.
That's the difference at this level. It's usually a half shot here and there. Nice come around by Carly.
Even 11 down, maybe. 11.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Normandy with a hit here.
11-5. That's good. 11-5. Close, Jen. Gotta go, Jen. Gotta go, Jen. Hard, 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 hard. I think you can.
Flips it. Good shot there, being able to avoid the
11-5.
jam. These two teams have played each other only once before, and that was very recently, and this year, as a matter of fact, at the 2021 Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Calgary at the Bubble. The Burgess team, the Zacharias team, getting that opportunity as a wild card team and getting to compete as the wild card 2 team. And then, of course, Jill Brothers there representing Nova Scotia, and it was Mackenzie Zacharias who walked away with a 6-5 win in round robin play.
That's a 10-5. Yeah.
Interesting for those young teams to go to the Scotties for the first time and not have to deal with all the distraction that usually comes at those bigger events. You know, they didn't have to worry about doing any autograph sessions or
the crowds, the audience, the noise,
Yeah, so it'll be interesting for them the next time they go to Scotties to feel the crowd, to feel the different distractions that actually happen at those events.
Well, that's exactly it. There's a certain buzz around it, and I think that helped a lot of those young teams really play loosely. I mean, you look at Quebec's Laurie St. George, who was there, and the exceptional week that she had, and I'm sure the atmosphere may have played a role in that. Of course, she's a superb curler, and we'll be seeing a lot more of her. I think she would have loved the attention too, the social media darling over the course of it, and just a bright personality that really made the most of it. So I'm sure all these teams, while they had a good opportunity to come in a bit of a stress-free or less of a stress-free environment with the silence and the very unique circumstances, I'm sure they're all very much looking forward to getting an opportunity to play in front of some big fans and a lot of fans in the stands as well.
Yeah, it definitely was an eat, sleep, curl kind of event. Stay by yourself, hang out in your room.
Hotel, arena, arena, hotel, arena.
Temperature check.
Yes. Throat swab.
Yeah. Yeah, you spent a lot of time there, Kyle.
About 2 months, yeah. So we were, our whole communications team out there. It was a very unique experience. Very interesting to be part of, and will certainly be remembered for a long time in curling's history, but sure hope that we never have to do something like that again.
That would be hard, especially if you're an extrovert and you're kind of stuck in your hotel room a lot.
Yeah, even myself, I'm a bit of an introvert, and I was in a different zone from colleagues and the curlers and stuff, and even for myself, going back and forth from the hotel to the arena without much social stimulation, it could drive you a little crazy after a while.
I bet. Yeah, I enjoyed watching, the different athletes posting their hotel room workouts.
Yes.
I thought they were getting really creative. It was kind of fun to see what they were doing.
It's another fairly open end here. We've got very high center guard from the Zacharias team. As Jill Brothers gets the hit. Isn't going to quite get behind it, though, so that rock will still be exposed for the Zacharias team. Brothers, I'm sure, would be happy for a blank taking that hammer into the 8th end.
That guard is so high.
It's, yeah.
Brothers will be happy just for Zacharias to hit it, and then she can make a play on the blank.
Yeah, that center guard shouldn't come into play here with it so high up in the amount of curl that we've been seeing.
It was the biggest pulse notes of a rock and pads I've ever treated someone. I was like, I don't know if this is helpful or unhelpful.
So this is Mackenzie Zacharias' final shot, 7th end.
Not yet, not yet. Now, now. Hard. Go, Em. Hard.
Clips it. Brothers sweeps that out, so.
Oh, it had a little spin back,
Oh.
but they looked at it.
They looked at it. Earlier in the week, Glenn Howard and his team had one that they didn't think was in the house, and they opted to go for another one and just play the straight hit and roll out instead of a double, and they ran the stick around and it actually was in. So
It's like that far out. I mean, if you want to measure it, you can.
they seem pretty confident here that that one's out. So similar to the third end of play, Jill Brothers had an opportunity to throw one away. She'll get another one here. We'll test the inside out
What do you
pass.
think? Oh, 10-5.
Yeah, and I see Lauren Lenentine kicking that one away, no problem. So that is a blank end here. Zacharias maintains the lead 3-2, but Jill Brothers and her team will regain the hammer and keep the hammer rather in the even end here in the 8th
I didn't
end.
see it. I turned around. I was like, it's out, and then I turned around.
Around the rings, Holly Duncan doubling Suzanne Burt so far, 4-2. Calvert, Braden Calvert of Winnipeg, Pat Ferris of Grimsby, Manitoba. It looks like the umpire's just throwing up a score there, so might hold off on that. I'll let you know how that's coming along. Glenn Howard now has a 4-2 lead over Sean Grassie of Winnipeg, and Tyler Tardy was trailing Paul Fleming for a bit, but now he's leading 4-3. And that's Pat Ferris, who had a steal of one in the 6th then, so he now leads Braden Calvert 6-4. I say that with a question in my voice. 5-4, my correction, 5-4.
We have to wait till they move so we can see the scoreboard.
On our feature sheet here, of course, Team Zacharias leading Team Jill Brothers. 3-2 right now, 8th end of play, but it's been a really great game so far, closely contested from both teams. So we see a center guard thrown by the Zacharias team, and a corner guard will follow here. Jill Brothers would love to be able to score in this end.
Right here. 3. Line's nice. 3's great. 2. Right to my broom. Yeah, Sarah's rock. Going now. Holy. Okay, that caught a ton of curled. Okay, just keep them clean. Those are frustrating.
So this is Lauren Lenentine. Had mentioned she's from Charlottetown, PEI, and PEI is getting ready for another big event coming up in 2023, the Canada Winter Games.
Yeah, really excited about that. So it'll be the first time for curling in Canada Winter Games. We're going to have under 18 boys, under 18 girls, and we're also going to have under 20 mixed doubles. So it'll be our first intro into youth mixed doubles. So we're really excited about that. We'll be using 2 venues, one in Summerside and one in Montague. The host committee is well on their way, doing lots of great organizing, and we're pretty excited, and it's hard to believe, but it's next year.
I know, time's just been flying.
Yeah, so a lot of provinces and territories are already starting to work with their Canada Games teams and plans, and we'll be declaring. Some places declare them this year, some declare them sort of next fall. So that's exciting for our younger athletes to have another national event. It's a multi-sport games. which is always lots of fun because then they get to be with a big team from their province or territory, watch other sports, meet lots of kids. It really is a wonderful event.
Certainly is a feather in the cap of many, and very great to see the mixed doubles event being included. Seems to be the natural progression as we see the mixed doubles discipline become an official Olympic Games winter sport in 2018 in Pyeongchang. So great to be seeing this at the at that U18 and that U20 level as well. There's a lot of value in getting that early experience at the Canada Winter Games for many of these young players, including Carly Burgess, who was with Mary Fay back in 2015 at Prince George, BC. They won silver that year.
Yeah, Kira Brunton out of Northern Ontario won that one. Yeah, no, we've seen a lot of great teams and athletes come out of Canada Games that continue on our national stage.
Corinne Brown at one point involved in that, as was Team BC.
And we've been using Canada Games as one of our selection events for our youth Olympic teams. So, and now that we have the under-18 nationals, we have another event that we can add to it, which is kind of nice. So that's definitely, you know, something that we take a look at with our younger athletes who will be selected to the next youth Olympic Games, which will be in Pyeongchang, South Korea in 2024. And when we start to look at the calendar, these things are creeping up.
Full.
I know, it is full. It is full, but it's wonderful for lots of opportunity for our younger athletes.
Sarah Murphy just getting that by the top.
Okay, that's 11-9.
Okay.
Another thing that we really work hard at in our youth curling now is we're trying to offer more disciplines to our younger players, and really what we're noticing. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
What we're noticing is that offering more disciplines just creates more opportunity for kids to engage. And so some kids like to play doubles.
And not necessarily mixed either. Is
No,
that correct?
just doubles.
Yeah.
At the youth age, it doesn't matter. We actually prefer it just to call it doubles. And triples has become a really big format for us, which we love, love, love. So that's when there's we've got 3 kids on a team, or adults. Adults are actually starting to do triples as well. Rob Krebs out of the University of Alberta came up with this and piloted it quite a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago now. And so you've got a lead, middle, and skip. You play 6 ends, play 6 rocks an end. Everybody throws 2 shots, and every 2 ends you change position.
I love that part.
Yeah, I do too. So every kid gets to play lead, middle, and skip every game. And you know what we do in every other sport is you don't join a soccer team and you play left, mid, fullback your whole career. So
Exactly.
it's important for us in curling for kids to experience all aspects of this sport, because some kids really like sweeping. Some really like calling the game, and having that strategy. Some really like throwing last rock, but you don't have to. The nice part is we see with these 2 women's teams here, you can throw in any position and anybody can be in the house. You can kind of mix and match to the strengths of the athletes. So that's become a really big part of our sport is getting more triples in play.
That's excellent. That, and then also the mixed doubles discipline being added to the juniors and the U18s as well. So teams that don't qualify for playoffs get to take part in a massive, I believe it's like a 48-team bracket or something like that, and get an opportunity to compete for a medal in that as well.
Yeah, and our newest one is singles.
Yeah.
So we've been working really hard on that. We're looking to launch an app. So singles is basically just individual curling, individual skills. We're running into just some technology issues with the app, but we hope to be able to release that as soon as we can. And that will add another discipline. So then we'll be offering singles, doubles, triples, and fours, which we're super excited about. And we love the fact that our sport is inclusive as well.
Yes, that's absolutely one of my favorite things and one of the best things about this sport, and the inclusivity and countless options. I'd love to play a game of triples. I think that would be so much fun.
It is. We started at under 12, like really trying to make sure the younger athletes get the full range of understanding all the positions. And once it started to spread, adult leagues were starting to say, hey, this is more fun.
Yeah,
I'm bored.
why do
Like,
the kids get all
yeah.
the fun stuff?
I don't want to keep playing the same position. And also we're starting to hear more of 6 ends. You know, people like playing 6 ends.
Yep.
They want to go to the club. They want to curl. They want to have fun, and then they want to go, you know, have a drink, meet some people, have something to eat. So they want to include that social time. So, you know, it's like golf having 9 holes or 12 holes.
12 is that's the thing now that people like.
Yeah, so curling's no different. We're starting to, you know, listen to the clients to say, what do people want? What do they want to do?
It's excellent.
Because really, the social part is...
That's the biggest thing.
That's the part we like the most.
Exactly.
Is meeting the people and, you know, having fun playing a sport, but sitting around and getting to know people is awesome.
Recently moved to Ottawa and joined the Ottawa Curling Club recently, and have had a great experience there, getting to sit down with the opposition each week, and it seems to be a normal thing in Eastern Canada. In Manitoba, didn't do that as often, or just sit down and socialize with their own team, but it seems like it's a very social and a natural thing here, and I love being part of that. It's such a welcoming community, and we want to be able to share it with as many people as possible.
Yeah, I know here in Atlantic Canada, it's a big part of what we do. It's how we're all connected. So it's very rare if you go to an event and you don't sit down and have, you know, a drink and meet your opposition.
There's Carly Burgess now. Looking to get rid of a couple stones. Yeah, just kicks that back one out. However, that remains quite open here for the brothers team to get a look at as Carmody settles into the hack. Oh, that looks to be a nice roll to the outside there, too.
Nice roll behind the guard.
Just like your position, like you just like get all mad.
So on our first here, Mackenzie Zacharias is going to try and curl up to that one, aiming for a corner freeze.
What kind of weight? Just a little bit up there. Okay. Thank you, I put a goal back. It didn't feel up. Go around. Still on the guard.
Needless one to curl. Get off that guard.
She might sneak it around it.
Some tolerance on that shot. I think they initially wanted that corner frozen in the top 8, but plays it behind, trying to cover as much of it, but looks like the brothers team will have a play at this one, and they'll have a go.
13-9 on
It's a good call on option B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I might need more, Sarah. I'm thinking a tweener.
Yeah. Sounds great.
How do you like that ice?
I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think they curl a lot at the end.
Yeah, at the end, I like hog line in. Yeah.
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 Here's Jill Brothers. Would love to put a crooked number up on the board this 8th end.
Tweener. Pulse. Yep. 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 Hard. Hard. Yep. Really hard. Hard. Stay on it, Jen.
Yeah, roll it, Jen.
Clips one, and we'll roll it over here. I know you see the red light on that, but don't be alarmed. There's some new hardware that's being tested out on these handles here. It's new handles that are being used and just being tested out for this event. So, been working fairly well and relatively well, but a few small little kinks that need to be worked out for the rocks. So, players have been instructed. They're all aware that they're going on the honor system as they would at any standard weekend bonspiel or slam event, for example. So they're watching along just watching along and keeping an eye on each other. And if there's any issues, they can call in an umpire. But no issues with that red rock there.
Both yours and Sarah's was very gradual there.
Carly. Hard. Gotta go, Carl. Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
Trying to get this over.
Hard.
It's just like that, sitting 2 on the last rock here, and
I can get nose, right?
looks like a double opportunity might be in play here.
Yeah. 9?
I'll have to be careful of where they hit this, but I think a
9-2?
nose hit should be close based on that angle.
9-2?
Okay.
The jam is certainly in play.
Definitely have to be wary of that.
Yeah. And if we stay on the outside, Jen, you just roll it to top 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they've talked about the options of trying to make that double without the jam, and if it's not working out, then they'll call sweep, so Jen can roll it to the 4-foot to get their 1 point.
Good discussion, and to have that plan ahead of time as Jill Brothers throws her last of the 8th end. You see that sweep from Jen there.
Whoa, roll it to 4. Yeah.
1, 2. Yeah, just clips the back. So it will be a score of 1 for Jill Brothers to tie the game up 3-3 against Team Zacharias here. Well, this week at the 2021 Home Hardware Curling Pre-Trials presented by New Holland hasn't been the only curling that's been going on. We've had lots occurring throughout the week and more to come this weekend. Wanted to put out a big heartfelt congratulations to our Canadian wheelchair curling team. They're out at Beijing right now and competing at the Kuntai World Wheelchair Curling Championship. They won 4 games in a row to qualify for the playoffs. Unfortunately, a heartbreaking loss this morning, I guess it would have been for us here in Canada, losing to the USA in the first round of the playoffs. So their hopes for the gold medal fall short there, but Canada has qualified for the Paralympic Winter Games, which will be occurring later on this late February and March. So we'll be wishing our team all the best as they prepare and get ready for that big event coming up. And then also out in Leduc, Alberta, the America's Zone Challenge will be occurring. And that's a big event here for Canada, as Canada has not yet qualified for the World Men's Championship, as it is in Las Vegas this year, and the United States gets one of the 2 Americas spots as the host. So Canada and Team Brendan Botcher will be competing against Brazil and Mexico at the Leduc Curling Club this weekend. Action actually starts today, so stay tuned to curling.ca if you are interested in following along with the action. I actually hear that there might be a live stream available through the Leduc Curling Club, so check them out on social media as well. Double round robin, no playoffs will be played. Best team will qualify their nation for the World Men's Championship in Las Vegas. So we're sending our best to Team Botcher this weekend.
Okay, on its own. Just let it sit.
Yeah, unique opportunity and always great anytime you get to wear the maple leaf on your back.
Absolutely. Glenn Howard had that opportunity a few years ago, the last time that the World Men's was hosted in Las Vegas. It was actually a event, it was only 2 teams, I believe. It was just Brazil at the time, and it was Glenn Howard representing Canada against Brazil, and that was played at the Continental Cup of Curling that year. I believe it was a best of 3 or a best of 5 series that those 2 teams played.
Let it work, Aaron. No, Aaron. Gotta let it work.
Nice to see the development around the world getting stronger.
Yes, and there will be more of that as we head into next year as well with the Pan-Continental Championship, a new championship that the World Curling Federation has formed, and Canada will be competing in it every year. 5 spots available to those countries that are in the Pacific Asia zone as well as the Americas zone, and it will be there will be tiers similar to how the European Curling Championships work. So those teams like Brazil and Mexico, they'll get to play some other teams in a B group that will be of more similar value in regards to competition, giving them good competitive games on arena ice. So look forward to more opportunities and big opportunities for Canadian teams to be able to wear the maple leaf on their back and get that extra chance to help Canada qualify each year. So very excited for that, and it's all in the name of the sport of growing the game across the world, which we see a surge, especially after every 4 years at the Olympics.
Absolutely.
12-5.
I like this.
I know at the Youth Olympics we started off with 16 teams, 16 countries, the first Youth Olympics, and they even had a hard time filling a couple of those countries and getting some players on the ice. And last time we were there, 24 countries were at the Youth Olympics, you know, so we're seeing a huge influx at the youth level as well as the adult level, which is fantastic.
I should correct myself here. It is the Lacombe Curling Club, not the Leduc Curling Club in Alberta. So in Lacombe, Alberta, where that America Zone Challenge will be hosted. Big weight shot here from Emily Zacharias.
Yep. Yeah, right up, right to it. Good. Right out. Good up.
That's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So tied with Hammer, I'm sure the Zacharias team would be loving to play for a blank right now at this point, or else probably a multi-point end would be ideal.
Okay, whoa. Aaron. Whoa. Okay, good.
Nice. Oh, that's okay. I didn't see it.
Do we ever run it across?
Maze will try. Sure.
Like it's like a half, so it's pretty much making the peel.
Peel.
Yeah, her peel's good.
Whoa. Get close. Whoa. Close. No. Just right out. Just rip it out. Good.
Straight peel from Emily Zacharias.
You like the same?
What did I just show? And 03. Okay. Yeah.
Brothers here wasting no time, wanting to get something up and keep it there, so she'll play another center guard to help protect that top 4 shot stone that she has in the house.
You ever like it now? Or just rip it again? It's really hard to miss it. Perfect's right there. We can also rip it and make her deal with it. I like trying the same thing. Okay.
So some discussion there of straight peeling.
Peel.
Or hitting their red rock directly into the yellow there. However, opting to play this brother stone as well. So that would leave some protection up here up front in the free guard zone.
Straight rip. That's fine.
Straight peel, however, which is a good pro side miss here.
I'm going to give a shout out to Carly's father, Craig, and her uncle, Todd. They just won the Nova Scotia mixed team championship, so they're heading out west to represent Nova Scotia soon for the mixed. So
congratulations.
Yeah.
And that event's coming up, and IKS Live, our production crew that you've been enjoying all week long, they'll also be out at Canmore, Alberta for the Canadian Mixed Curling Championship, bringing us all live draw action on Curling Canada's YouTube page for that as well. Those teams all getting finalized, and that's occurring shortly after this event wraps up. So a lot of great curling to be had and to be shared at that event. Very excited for it.
Close. 9. 9.
Okay. I got it. Yeah, that's a 9. You're thinking it's back. You can take a little. Yeah.
Clean. Yeah.
I hear that we might have a Nova Scotia provincial champion in the booth here with us, though.
Never off, Lauren. Never off. Never off. Never off.
Oh, yes.
We do. I hear Helen is
The good old seniors.
off to the seniors.
Off to the seniors. Yes, I am old enough to be in the seniors.
Was that this year, competing in the provincials, or?
You know what? We won our
delayed from
provincials
the-
before COVID,
Yeah.
and 2 days, I think, our
Out at
event
Portage,
got
that's
canceled.
right,
Yeah, in
yes.
Portage. So, and then we weren't able to run provincials last year. Anyway, COVID has really thrown a wrench into things, but yeah, no, we're really looking forward to it.
They're frozen,
It'll be a great event, and lots of great teams
just
will
gonna
be
be on
there,
the
and
inside of it. Yep.
it's sort of the Scotties of old.
Yeah, well, I think I've seen Marianne Arsenault's name there in
Yeah,
BC.
she'll be there, yeah.
Cheryl
Cheryl
Bernard.
Bernard.
It's going to be a heck of an event.
Yeah. Sherry Anderson's already won it.
Yes.
A bunch of times. Yeah, like it's really great competition and lots of fun too.
It's exceptional curling too, let's be honest. I've really enjoyed it. I had the privilege of being out with Brian Cochran and Sherry Anderson at the 2019 World Seniors, and
10.5.
you know the level of curling that they can still perform at. And I mean, look at Sherry Anderson in this field right now. She's among the top
she's
teams
incredible.
this week.
Yeah, she's incredible. Yeah.
Had a chance to talk to her and just asked her, you know, the drive's still there, and she's like, yeah, you know, it's a few extra physio, chiropractor appointments, witch doctor appointments, but still going. So you love to see it. She's so smart the way that she plays the game.
Oh yeah, she's fun to watch.
10.5.
Fun to play against.
Yeah.
And she's a great teammate.
Yes.
You know, she's such a good teammate and really gets the best out of her players.
That young front end in Shaylin Kitts and Brienne Knapp will go a long way in learning from her, and Nancy Martin as well. She's no slouch herself with so much mixed doubles experience, and now getting her chance at the women's game representing Saskatchewan at the Scotties in 2021, and aims to do that again, and aims to get to the Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials in their home province of Saskatoon.
Shay Lynn's a really great mixed doubles player as well.
Exceptional sweeper. I've been watching and just was very impressed.
Totally. Me as well.
You guys want to try there?
So Mackenzie Zacharias hits and rolls out.
Probably need center line then. Hang on the edge.
There's one lonely corner guard in play here as Jill Brothers throws her last, and
8-5?
she'll try and tuck one behind there.
I'm not totally sure. I think like a 90? I'm thinking.
Really? Kind of more like a 95, like more of the normal draw weight, but. Okay. And we are going in big curl. Okay. You guys have seen it more than me.
Okay.
Okay.
Broom placed on the center line here as Jill Brothers throws her last of the ninth end. Love to be as far out onto that wing as possible.
6, 7.
Hang it on the back. Yep, hard Aaron. Yep, hard Aaron. Hang it on. Yep.
This looks to be really well placed. That's an exceptional shot from Jill.
Yeah, nice.
Good job.
87.
What'd you have there?
87.
Looks to be, though, that Mackenzie Zacharias can make a go at this. She'll need to hit and roll out. If she does that, she's going to retain hammer into the 10th and final end here, tied at 3.
There's a big shot here.
Here comes Zacharias on her last of the 9th end.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Brooms down
Straight up. Never off. Never off. Never off.
by the guard,
Straight up. Go.
clips it. And Emily Zacharias will get that out of the house. Well played. Blank end from Mackenzie Zacharias. She'll retain the hammer as we head into the 10th and final end, tied at 3. Great end for the Zacharias team there, obviously wanting to probably score a couple or else maintain the blank, and they did just that. Give you one final update here on everything happening around the rings, and you're always welcome to visit curling.ca/scoreboard, where you'll have live updates to all the scores all the time. Holly Duncan leading Suzanne Burt right now in the 9th end, 5-4. Over on the other sheets, we have Tyler Tardy with a 6-5 lead over Paul Fleming. And then we have Pat Ferris leading Braden Calvert 7-4. And Glenn Howard looking to get back to the Canadian trials. He leads Sean Grassi by a score of 5-3.
It's so nice to see these close games.
All across the board here have been some great curling.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of rocks in play. It's been great shot making.
It works though. 12.
Certainly whichever teams advance to move on to the Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials will certainly be among the mix, have earned their way there. All these teams getting here through various methods, but most of them based on World Curling Tour ranking points, or world ranking points rather, world team ranking points from the World Curling Federation. As of July of this year, teams had to maintain 3 of 4 of their players from the previous season. And a tick attempt was tried there by Lauren, but only touches it, just feathers it, and rolls out. So double center guards could be in play here for Team Brothers.
Lauren threw that great. It was just the off and on with the sweeping.
One, two. It's great, right here, guys. Looks nice.
Needs to curl.
Sarah's rock, if any. Oh, line's
There
really
it goes.
good. Sarah, a bit. Yep, just a bit to curl it. I want to touch center, yep. I want to touch center. You're good. Really nice, Jen.
Nicely
Good
separated,
call,
too.
Same weight. Yep.
One rock between the Home Hardware logos, one rock between the New Holland logos. I was telling Jacques I get $5 every time I say that.
Yeah,
They're-
perfectly placed guards by Jen.
Whoa. Yeah,
So here's Lauren's second, looking for a tick shot
hard, yep, hard.
by the first.
Right up. Right up. Go, go, go,
Just
go,
clips
go,
the second. Jill's gonna try and
Nice shot, Lauren.
sweep that over, but it's not. It'll sit side wings. And Lauren will get a biter out of that as well.
Yeah.
Jill wants rocks in play, so she's going to leave everything there. Try to put that guard back up.
Line's nice. Two, three. Yep, Jen.
Nice, good.
Hard, Jen, yep.
Hard, Jen.
Hard.
Really curly.
Yep, hard. Yep. Hard, going sideways.
Sarah Murphy, that one just kind of dies and curls right into that front rock.
Just a little bit light.
Just double rip these.
Hits now in play, so double peel attempt from the Zacharias team. It'll be Emily Zacharias throwing this.
Oh, close, yep. Whoa, yeah, hard.
Nice shot.
Oh,
One,
nice
two.
shot.
Even pushes theirs in for a shot. Why not? That's a great
That's
shot.
a bonus shot right there.
It was so much fun to watch that. Let's see it again.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that's gravy on the... Everything else is gravy, and that was there for sure. The cherry on top. I was going to say the gravy on the cake, but I don't think that sounds very good.
You got room. It's in the slidey stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We have two more
Whoa.
YouTube draws for you coming up today, our final day of streaming coverage. You can join us at 4 p.m. Atlantic. We have Jacqueline Harrison, who's still very much alive in the playoff picture, taking on Team Beth Peterson. And then we'll wrap it up in the evening at 8 p.m. Team Pat Simmons up against Team Jeremy Hardy.
Those would be some good games.
Absolutely. Playoff implications for both those games, so glad we're able to bring them to you. And then after that, TSN will be providing coverage of the weekend. We also received word recently for all of you watching in the United States.
That's fine.
ESPN3 will be covering the playoff action, so you can catch it on ESPN3. Know that we've had some people watching not only in Canada, but in the United States and around the world, and been so pleased to have you all join us this week. Zacharias team doing a good job of
Sarah's rock.
removing those stones from the front of house, taking advantage of that one light rock that was thrown that clipped on the front guard. Brothers will do whatever they can to get something placed.
Really nice. Good, Chaz.
Win here for Mackenzie Zacharias will get her into the playoffs. To be determined on her ranking and her seed, but it will get her in the top 3.
Oh, little less than that. Oh, no, Em, read off.
Curl up. Okay.
Peeled out.
Do you like this at all? Or this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron?
Jill's going to take a little time and talk about this one.
I'd call a timeout.
They've got 3 shots left.
I'm like, and that. Of all the things. All the resources.
We're just gonna need to move this eventually. I just don't know if letting them peel one more time benefits us at all. If we come in here, they're
I
gonna
don't
have
either.
to.
I don't either.
Yeah, we can call timeout.
All right, so
Well,
timeout
if we
being
come
called
around
by
here-
Team Brothers here.
They're gonna have to try to play at it.
Yeah.
So Kim and Jeff would have had a chat behind the bench, and now Jeff will come out, join them for a conversation.
At least we're
There's Jeff Wilson. He's coached teams at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, as well as the Canadian Junior Men's.
They rip it out and then we split the house and you put the drop or the win.
Well, I'm just wondering that one rock ahead, right? That's what I want to talk about on Aaron's rock,
Right. Yeah.
right? Where's the? This is Aaron's
Yeah.
second.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I like one swing, one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like getting this guard. Let's switch it up. Let's make it play.
Yeah. Like get it over a little further. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
Okay.
I just kind of like going one earlier than you guys, but
I think one earlier might. I
Yeah.
like.
yeah, because if they jam,
Yeah,
if they,
I like the
if we
guard.
go here and they jam it right now, then we're guarding it, right? Instead of making that play at the very end.
Oh. Oh.
But they all like the
you want
shot,
that?
so
All right, so tight guard is the play there.
Yeah.
I think you're still okay. Just that.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot. Is that still?
Finding some benefit in putting one more out there before maybe making a play into the house.
Didn't seem like a time.
Right here. 2-3. Line's pretty nice.
2.
Right here, Jen.
2.
Yep, yep. Coming down. Yep, keep it moving. Sarah in. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, good, good.
No hesitation as Zacharias looks at peeling this out and lining up that double takeout as well with that one that's in the
Peel.
side 12.
Nice and easy, right at it.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah. Hard, hard, hard.
Gets one just by.
So close, Carter.
Very nice attempt.
For the freeze. I think I need about here.
Soft nose? Just I don't even know the weight though. Probably like 97 last time, but it was not. Yeah. Probably like in 90.
What are we thinking? Yeah? Same as my draw down here.
Yeah,
then?
like that 87.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Jill Brothers here now. Their first shot of this 10th end.
Jen.
Looking to freeze this on the Zacharias stone at a shot.
Whoa! Whoa! Just line, just line. Yes! Just line. Just line. Whoa! Oh, man.
Okay.
Holy.
Comes up just a little,
That's really good.
little tight there, or a little heavy rather.
10.5 or 10? I like 10. I like 10. If we roll out. You good? Yeah. Good curl. You like that ice or you think more?
No, I think it'll be good.
Okay. 10? Just right to the forefoot's really good. Yeah, that's good go.
Oh my goodness, well, looking over a couple sheets there, score of 3 for Paul Fleming in the 9th then, so he regains the lead. We thought it could have potentially been 4, but he has an 8-6 lead now over Tyler Tardy as they head into the last end.
They had a lot of rocks in play that end.
So here comes Mackenzie Zacharias, 3-3 tie, playing a hit.
Yep. No. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Rolling out. Rolling out. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, whoa.
She's gonna roll.
2 stones in the forefoot. What will Jill Brothers do?
Rolling out. Rolling out. Whoa, whoa, yeah, whoa.
Well, the trick is she's got to be shot rock.
That's exactly it. Otherwise, it's game. So timeout being called here. They had 2, and they'll take it no problem here. Hit and roll an opportunity.
She could corner freeze.
Corner freeze.
Or here.
Corner freeze is probably her best option here. They've had a hard time doing hit and rolls.
Here, but it's such a short, but everything is.
Option would be to freeze there.
Obviously, kind of a hard replacement shot.
Yeah.
Come here. Look to roll behind.
There's obviously that too, but it's hard, really hard to make a roll. Yeah. I just threw this, guys.
Yeah.
Make her figure out if she's gonna do that or that.
Yeah, same
Pretty
range.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
What was I threw
Or the other option, draw behind.
She has to draw.
Yeah.
I think the hit and roll has just proven to be a little bit tricky. So she just threw an in-turn draw. She's feeling comfortable with this. Either way, she's kind of counting on Mackenzie to miss her shot, which is
felt like a lot.
a big ask.
Big ask. But
Jill's been playing great, and she feels more comfortable with the in-turn draw.
and this is why you play the game. This is why you throw the last shot, because you never know what can happen.
So, close to same, eh?
Yep.
A 90.
Big shot here for Jill Brothers.
Weight's good. 7. 7. Yep. Yep. Back 4. Hard. Where are you? Where are you? Whoa. 7. You gotta go right here.
Jen Mitchell sweeping.
Yes.
Both on
Looks
the line.
close.
They got to get it by. They can't touch
they
the
by?
front. Just touch. Leaves it exposed here, so it will be an open hit for the win. Really close attempt there.
We just lost the line.
Yeah. Same thing as last time, it just took cars over.
Very close.
Yeah, we might have had it if we didn't.
Great
put it
effort
in,
there
like,
from the
for
Brothers team.
a couple seconds, but
Yeah, it shouldn't move a ton here either.
This is a comfortable shot for Mackenzie.
Yeah, it shouldn't move much.
Definitely what she had been playing for throughout the entirety of this game, to have a shot for the win, a shot to
It's not
qualify
frozen anything, so
for
just
the
roll.
playoffs right here.
My eyeside's good. Did you move it? Sorry? I gave you a little more. I think I like what we had. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't move here.
Both teams have played very well, so it's not surprising it came down to 10th and last rock.
Absolutely. It's been a thrilling game. So here comes Mackenzie Zacharias, last shot of the 10th end for the win and for a spot in the playoffs. Cleaning, cleaning, always a great sign. And that will do it. Score of 3, but the biggest thing, it came down to the last end. Put a Q next to Team Zacharias' name. They are in the playoffs. They have qualified after a 6-3 victory against Team Jill Brothers. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you with us. Join us again at 4 p.m. Atlantic. We'll be back more for the 2021 Home Hardware Curling Pre-Trials. Until then, on behalf of Helen Radford, I'm Kyle Jans. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.